There is a certain kind of joy we all know too well. The joy of finishing something, achieving something, winning something. The joy that comes when the world finally says, "Good job." And for a moment, it feels like everything was worth it. The struggle, the pressure, the sleepless nights, the self-doubt. All of it dissolves in that single flash of accomplishment. But then, something strange happens. The feeling fades, faster than we expected, faster than we want to admit. And suddenly the mind whispers, "What's next? What else? What more?" Because the joy that depends on the outer world is a fragile joy. It has an expiration date. It evaporates the moment the applause stops. It leaves us hungry again, thirsty again, chasing again. And so begins the cycle of the next goal, the next milestone, the next version of ourselves we think we must become. Not because we truly desire it, but because we fear the emptiness that appears when the accomplishment fades. This is why so many people live in a constant state of quiet suffering. Not because they are failing, but because they are succeeding in the wrong way. They are building their identity on a foundation that disappears the moment they reach it. The world taught us to chase, to run, to strive, to measure our worth by the distance between where we are and where we think we should be. But here is the truth: a life built on chasing will always feel like running on a treadmill. You move, you sweat, you push, but you never arrive. There is another way, a quieter way, a way that does not depend on the world's reaction but on your inner state. A way where joy is not something you earn, but something you generate. This joy does not come from finishing a project, or getting the job, or reaching the goal. It comes from the way you show up to the moment you are in. It comes from the energy you bring to the smallest action. It comes from the alignment between your inner world and your outer expression. When you act from this place, from presence, from sincerity, from inner fullness, the joy doesn't fade, because it was never tied to the outcome. It was tied to you. Think about it. When you are deeply immersed in something you love, when you lose track of time, when you forget about the result, you feel alive. You feel whole. You feel free. That is the joy that stays. The joy that doesn't evaporate. The joy that doesn't demand the next achievement to survive. This is why the masters, the sages, the artists, the monks, they all say the same thing. Do not chase the fruit. Tend to the tree. Because when you tend to the tree, the fruit comes naturally. And even if it doesn't, you are still fulfilled. So here is the invitation. Shift your focus from the outcome to the state you are in while you act. Let the process be the reward. Let the moment be enough. Let your joy come from the inside out. Because the joy that depends on the world will always fade. But the joy that depends on your presence, your awareness, your alignment, that joy becomes a way of being. And when you live from that place, you stop chasing life, and life starts flowing toward you. The joy that stays is the joy you create.